it's Jolene. Today we will be doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding, which is a mindfulness exercise that quickly gets us focused on something to help us calm anxiety and stress. I invite you to do this exercise as if you're a curious child seeing something for the first time, or a scientist trying to figure something out. As we grow older, we lose sight of being present and curious. We lose touch with our inner child. And so I encourage you to connect with that part of you again. Practice this while going down a familiar street you've been down a million times before, and see what difference it would make when you open your eyes up to your surroundings and really take in everything. It almost seems like you'd be going down a completely new neighborhood. So with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding, it engages all 5 of our senses. 5 stands for 5 things you can see. 4 stands for 4 things you can touch. 3 stands for 3 things you can hear. 2 stands for 2 things you can smell. And 1 stands for something you can taste. And let's go. I'm actually visiting home for the holidays, and I'm on this bike trail that I've been on many times before, but I've never practiced like being fully present while I walk down this trail. So today will be a first. Let's start with 5 things I can see. There's so many things, you know, from the cracks in the ground. There's a little gazebo down there, the trees, the branches, the water. As you practice this, notice if you can see any colors, shapes, or how sharp or blurry something looks. Okay, so the 4 part of this exercise is 4 things you can touch. And I always go with clothing. It's on your body, you're already feeling it, but you know, we go about our days not really noticing how our clothing really feels against our body. So I like to stick with like comfortable clothing just because it makes me feel good. And if I'm outside, I like really noticing the breeze in my hair or on my face. Besides those 2, you know, just like reach out and touch something. Like this trail marker. Or some leaves on the ground that have been decaying for a while. Anything that can get you present with your surroundings. Look at this big baseball field. The next one requires some stillness. It's the sense of sound. So if you're indoors, try to notice sounds you've never really paid attention to before, or sounds your brain just kind of blocked, like the hum of an AC or heater. And if you're out in nature, maybe notice any birds or water. The next one is 2 things you can smell. I think this one is a little bit harder when, you know, you aren't surrounded by a lot of unfamiliar smells. I do notice the difference in the way the air smells in Ohio compared to where I usually am in California, and it's just more brisk out here and clear. And yeah, I'm having a hard time smelling right now because I feel like since it's so cold, I'm getting a little bit of a runny nose, but try to see if you can Notice different smells around you. The very last part of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding is one thing you can taste. And it's kind of hard right now because I'm not eating anything, so I'm going to make my next video on tasting, um, just so we can really connect with that sense. So 3 parts of mindfulness that I want to mention. The first part is observing, really using your 5 senses to observe. The second one is describing. So seeing if you can really describe what you're sensing and try to use different language and be creative about it is actually a way of regulating our emotions as well. When we are not living so much in the amygdala part of our brain, which is where emotions live, and instead use our prefrontal cortex where language lives, then we're better able to not only understand our experiences but help us calm down when we are facing stress. And the last part is to just fully participate in the experience, just really embracing it. And I think that's where a lot of joy comes in, really living in it instead of being an outsider looking in on it. So thank you for joining me on this walk, and looking forward to next time when we go deeper into the sense of taste. Bye.